Hey, this is Leo, and we're going to go over Ethereum today. I know there's a lot of FUD in the market right now. Everybody's kind of freaking out by the drastic drop that we're seeing, but let's go ahead and take a look at it in a logical manner and do some technical analysis. It's raining here pretty hard, so I apologize if the rain kind of makes it hard to hear, but hopefully the rain will soothe any anxiety you're having about the market. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. So really, this drop isn't something to be really scared of, in my opinion. It's just a correction. You know, we've had correction here, had a correction here, we had corrections this whole move down, correction, correction. That's a real big correction, and we've survived. You know, and it's nothing outside of what I'm expecting, because if you've been paying attention, we have the structural resistance here, which is where I anticipate us to top out at somewhere around that 480, $500 mark, and I was expecting a reverse. I was expecting a little bit more sideways action, kind of what we've been doing, but this isn't out of the realm of possibility, having a retracement back down this steep. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense because in the rules of alternation with an Elliott wave, you typically see alternating personalities within waves. So like if you have a second wave here and it was a very shallow, slow, sideways type of pattern, then for a fourth wave, you would expect more of a very quick fourth wave steep type of pattern. And so that makes a lot of sense. What also makes a lot of sense is that if we are going to see a real steep, almost like a V-type correction here, what makes sense is that unless something has changed that I'm not aware of, but I believe it's called the Serenity. Anyway, Ethereum phase 0 of the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade is being launched on the 10th. So that's in 5 days. So if that does go live, it would make a lot of sense for us to make a little V-shaped recovery here and come back up. If we do take a look at some structural support, we can see that back in 2017, this was holding before we finally moved up. This held as resistance before we kind of broke through, and so on. Here it held as support, finally broke through, resistance, and dump. Support, and dump. So, I'm expecting this to hold as support here. We also have, if you take a look at the Fibonacci retracement, now what I did here was just, rather than trying to pick highs and lows and whatnot, rather than going here, I'm just pulling the overall move. It's a little cleaner. I just like it better. If you're doing this strictly from an Elliott wave perspective, you would only, you would want to take the Elliott waves into account. But given that Elliott wave is very subjective, I prefer just to take the overall pull, kind of see where we are, and then go from there. So what I do like is that the 50% retracement from the absolute low back in December of 2018 to the current high we made recently puts the 50% where you would expect algos and big players and smart traders to begin buying, which lines up with that structural support. So it makes a whole lot of sense for us to come down here before moving up. Another thing, you would expect a channel break, according to Elliott wave, with your fourth wave. So we're seeing that. We're just starting to break that channel. Nothing to be scared of. These are the opportunities that good traders wait for. You want to be buying as the market is on pullbacks. The overall trend is still up. So profitable traders don't buy up here. They wait for the pullback, and then the price reverses and they take profit. Now, something else to kind of look at for the bullish case is, so this is the 1 week chart. And as you can see here, the 200-week moving average has printed, and we are well above it. We've closed well above it. We're well above the 200-week 55 55-week exponential moving average. So, that's really bullish. You don't need to start stressing out and worrying until we break below these. We break below here, we break below these EMAs. That's when you need to start to, okay, take a step back. What's going on? There's a saying in trading, or well, just in life in general, and I find that it really helps with trading as well, is that it's climb, conserve, confess. So you climb is actually something from the military with Air Force. They would use this whenever pilots would get lost, but I find it's very applicable to just everything in life. So you would climb to a higher altitude. You would zoom out on the higher time frame in your chart. That's going to give you better perspective of where we are. Whereas, if you're in here doing something dumb, like just staring at that 5-minute chart, you're freaking out. You're going, oh my God, look at this sell off. It's just not stopping. What am I going to do? I've lost so much money, blah, blah, blah. But that's why you need to climb, zoom out, big picture. Where are we and where are we going? Right? It's really nothing. That's a normal pullback in crypto. It's nothing to be stressed about. In fact, you should be happy because you're looking to buy. You're looking for your next buy opportunity right here. And that's what I'm going to be doing. As we approach this level, I have my buy orders waiting, and I'm just going to add to my long-term bags. Ethereum is poised to be the world computer. And, this is something that, you want to get into long-term, 10, 15 years down the road. This little thing's not going to matter whatsoever. You're going to be happy that you bought there because Ethereum will, within the next few years go on to be $10,000, $15,000, and then eventually down the road around $100,000 or more per Ethereum. Now I know that sounds, those prices are really out there, but you got to consider what Ethereum is trying to do. For one, it's never been done before, and two, the implications of it are, I mean, they're life changing. They're world changing. In fact, I'm not trying to get political here, but one of the concerns in U.S. politics right now is the concern with voter fraud. And then I'm seeing these emergences of governance tokens and whatnot. Well, I guarantee you eventually somebody is going to build a voting protocol for the U.S. elections. And every citizen will have their little token that's attached to their social security number or whatever. And then they just go on and they vote. And it would be 100% fraud proof. And there'd be no questions about it. And that's just one case of what Ethereum is capable of. Anyway, I'm kind of getting onto a soapbox there, start ranting about things, just different use cases for this technology. But anyway, this is nothing to be concerned with. I'm expecting a nice buy opportunity right around the 290, probably around 290, 280-ish, somewhere around there. You might want to stack your orders, or at least I'm going to be. I can't give y'all any financial advice, of course. Do your own due diligence. I'm just sharing what my thoughts are and what I'm going to be doing in the market. So yeah, let's see what else we can take a look at. Taking a look at Bitcoin here, we're out on the 1 week. It's, just trucking along, doing what Bitcoin does, nothing out of the ordinary. We've just come back to the 21-week exponential moving average, and we're holding as support. We could come down. I know a lot of people are talking about the CME gap fill at 9,600. I don't know that that's really, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that a whole lot. Whenever I'm during the day, whenever I day trade the traditional futures market with the ES and whatnot, I'm more interested in it there, but not so much when it comes to Bitcoin. We certainly could come down to 9,600, but it's not something I really pay attention to. We could actually come down all the way to the low side of this little trading range here, because 86.41 below there's not a whole lot of price acceptance, but there is price acceptance here. So what's either going to happen is that it'll hold this support, we move into that range, and then price is accepted there. But if it gets to the low side of this range, you would expect that to hold a support, or if it breaks, then it would just move very quickly down, as we've seen in the past. So I don't think I don't think we're going to break down like that. There's not really any reason for us to, especially with all the good things coming out in crypto. This is just a regular healthy pullback. Anyway, just wanted to give y'all a quick update on my thoughts of what's going on. Still kind of watching this YFV thing here. It's interesting, to say the least. Has dropped substantially, but something to keep an eye on. It's definitely interesting. I know with the DeFi space they had the other, what are they called? The other sushi. That's what it was. They did some sort of exit scam. So just got to be careful out there whenever you look at these DeFi coins. But anyway, I'm still bullish and long on Ethereum. Hopefully y'all found this video informative. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks.